I want to know, like, when do you guys come to Dubai? You're born, raised here, or you've come here like 2015, I'm assuming you started making content.
What are the top 3 social media outlets where you can sort of become a creator fairly easier than the others?
So I know in Indian parents, if you tell them, oh, I want to make content, they'll be like, get the out of the house. Was it like that? Then
People are not just stealing the videos, but it's come to a situation where they're stealing my identity.
Give me a short story on like what made you guys start the If thing.
We made some really cool videos with certain people, and they took the video down.
Alright, guys, welcome to Checkpoinnt podcast.
Thank you very much.
That's my co-host Raghav. I'm Ronak. And the whole reason we have this checkpoint, I think Raghav just told you, is because in the middle of the conversation, I just go off. I go to a different tangent, I go somewhere else, and then I'm like,
That happens.
people need to stop me. So
We're gonna
let's
be good
stop.
company then.
That's a problem. That's going to be a problem because
So that's it. So that's why I was like, you know what? Whenever you want to stop me, just say checkpoint.
we kind of
So
do
I
the
was like,
same
okay.
thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we just gave it a name.
that's going to be a problem.
Our whole like shtick is basically us rambling.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Like, by the way,
Oh,
guys,
we
today
did.
we have Deji and Dayo with us. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for having us.
You guys want to say a bit something about yourself?
Yeah,
Because
you
it's
go
your first
first. You're the
podcast.
older one.
What do you want me to say?
Anything about yourself? How you
about
got into
myself?
content?
How I got into content? This guy dragged me. No, but if we're being serious, we've been doing like YouTube for a very long time. Sometimes on and off. Sometimes we go full in, etc., etc. And so he picked up on social media. He's like, yeah, let's do this, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
By the way, for frame of reference, I'm the younger Gen Z one. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
You're the young one.
yeah, I'm the younger one.
And so like one day I'm very much like a homebody, so I'm just like, nah, I'm in my house, I'm chilling, forgive it. Then one day he's like, oh, I'm going to the studio, do you want to come with? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of took off from there.
That's sick, man. Like, so you took the first step by dragging him, or were you already doing it?
So I
before?
was already doing it. So I started making content. Like, how do I even put it? Like skits and stuff.
Yeah, like
I started doing funny stuff
reaction and stuff.
in 2021. Like anything I found funny, I would just put it out there.
Sick.
Cause I knew from the beginning we were doing YouTube in 2015. So in 2021, I was just like, this is a new thing. So many people on TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. And by the way, the first time I was scared shitless. Can we swear on this?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Please swear.
I
all
was
you want.
scared
Yeah.
shitless. I was
The energy
like,
is gone like torture now.
I was
Okay.
like, I don't know if this is gonna go the way I wanted to. And he was like, just shut up and post it. I posted it and it got like 1,000 views.
Wow.
And for me, at that time, that was like, oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
huge.
It might as
He
well
would've-
have been 1 million views.
He
you know
wouldn't
what I
stop
mean?
talking about it. He would not stop talking
And
about
so I made another video, and then the second video got like 400.
Okay.
And I was like, that's not as good. But the beauty of it for me was that the speed at which I was able to make
Yeah,
those
okay.
videos and put them out.
Sick.
And the rest is history. I got a couple videos that did really well, and I made series out of those, but I kept getting bored. I kept wanting to switch it up. And then one day I saw this thing online, this quote, the first quote. What was it?
it. The one about math?
Yeah. If
The if, man.
I
Jeez.
want to hear those.
Oh, bro, I spent like 20 minutes on your ifs. It was like hilarious, man.
it was if mathematics are mathematical and physics are physical, then what are tests, right? So I don't claim to own.
Classic.
I don't claim to own it. The thing is, I saw it online,
Yeah.
but the shtick that I wanted around it was, this is the most hilarious thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
What if I said it in a completely straight deadpan face with a suit on, so that people take me seriously? They think I'm gonna say something like really profound.
Life changing.
And I had no idea. I had at the time I was working at an agency. I was late for work, but I was like, I have to film this. And I'm glad I did. I was late. I got reprimanded, but it was so worth it.
Sick, man.
I put on the
That's
suit
awesome.
first thing in the morning. I filmed the video, and I had red lights in my hallway at the time. So I wanted the punchline to
That's
go.
when you were still in dorms.
Yeah, I had just finished university. So I put on the red lights on the punchline, which was then what are tests, right? So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like, what?
Yeah.
And-
Most of the things were like a what, and I was like,
Yeah. And it took off. And I made 3 of those in a row, and I started posting those. I got bored again over some time, so I started doing other stuff.
He doesn't know how to sit still.
I don't like
Bro,
doing the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
fair,
Is it
fair.
like ADHD thing, man?
A little
Yeah.
bit, yes.
Currently-
a little bit, yes.
Yeah, you just get bored of doing the same thing over and over.
Honestly.
You want something new to like stimulate your mind. in a
Yeah,
sense,
honestly.
right? Yeah.
So even at the time, I moved out of my apartment and I knew that I wouldn't be able to make the videos the same way. I moved to another agency where I met Fahad. I don't know if you guys know Fahad. Fahad was like, yo, why don't you do your videos like this, like in a podcast format? Like, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we have similar content. We filmed some stuff together. It went viral, right? Through Fahad.
This
And I
was
went
on TikTok though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to Fahad for that. Through Fahad, I met a lot of the people, a lot of the other influencers that I know now. Sorry, this is such a long... You see what I'm talking about?
yeah.
No,
Please go ahead.
No.
This is
Trust me, I
happening.
want to know a little more.
But through Fahad, I met a bunch of the other people that I know now that like I can call friends. Anand,
Yeah, Anand,
Denise, Sandeep, all
Denise,
these
yeah.
guys. And it was also where I was able to get in touch with Podster.
Sick.
And so, like he said, I would take him to shoots that I had with other people, just for support, just for him to see what it's like, and also introduce him to people. Because even from the beginning, I wanted him to join me. When I started my page, I wanted it to be us together.
Fair.
But he was like, he tried, but
Why weren't you into it? Like,
So at that point in time, I was pretty much, I didn't like TikTok.
yeah, that's
just as an
I
app.
was
I
a
was-
consumer. I
I was-
wasn't like a creator.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I'm very much a fan of like longer form, like all those montages you see on
Yeah.
YouTube.
yeah.
So like when I saw TikTok, I was like, this is too much. And I've already gone through like
Yeah.
Vine. I've seen
Yeah,
Vine
yeah,
already,
yeah.
so I'm like, I'm done. I'm cool. And so when I made my page, it was just so that if they see me in his videos, they can see that, okay, I'm a real person. He's a real person as well. And I was content with that.
Wow.
I was good. I was good. And even before that video, even before we started going to the studio, I remember I stopped using social media almost entirely
Yeah.
for about 3-4 months. And so when he said it, I was just like, I'm not doing anything right now. Yeah, sure, why not? And I've been to the studio a few times,
I can't remember. I think we're supposed to film with somebody at the initial.
and they didn't show up. Yeah,
So
so
he's
he's
like,
just
"Oh, I
like,
like
"Do you want to
that."
just?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
just
fine."
come in front.
If you need, because his whole thing was
If you need a face, then I'm in.
he needed a soundboard basically. He
Fair.
needed someone to bounce the ideas off of. And I'm like, we've been doing this for years, so
And the beauty
I'm
of
fine.
it is, yeah, we have that chemistry. So almost everything you see on the page is completely improvised.
Yeah.
Is it on the spot improvisation, or you're just
So-
like
so
you
what
have an
I
idea
say-
in your head?
So what I say is pre-written.
Okay.
But what he says most of the time
Oh,
is
that's a proper reaction. Is
yeah,
it?
And
it's
then-
his actual genuine
yeah.
reaction.
And then when I'm the one saying something, it's him that's
Okay, so
completely
you guys
improv.
plan out the hook, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So I'm like, okay.
Fair, man. That's sick.
Sometimes I'm like, okay, I have one. Are you ready? If I
Even on the way there, actually.
Yeah.
Even on the way there, he's like, "Oh, these are the ones that I want to do." I'm like, "Don't tell me anything."
You can't hold it in, man. Like,
When we get there, tell me.
And the rest is history. The one that went mega viral was the Snap My Fingers one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one. So actually, the one that you guys saw online was actually the second take.
oh,
The
okay.
first take, he was so confused.
Like you didn't get it.
Yeah, he couldn't even use it because he was like, "What?" And then he started laughing. I was like, "Shut up! Do it again. Do it again." And the back and forth that we have is very minimal editing. It's us literally like going. So he's like, "Wait, no, do not." I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, and I'm like, "Yeah, huh." So
You
that
guys
was that's just us.
You
That's
guys are like
just how-
genuinely just funny, right? Like that's all it is.
We
like,
try our best.
We try. We try.
I don't think you guys try, man. It's just that you know what
Sir,
I
I
mean.
guarantee you, we try. It's a lot of hard work. I'll be honest with you.
So I want to know, like, when do you guys come to Dubai? Like, you've been here for a long, like, you're born, raised here, or you've come here like 2015. I'm assuming you started making content. So
Yeah. So I've been here since 2012.
2012.
Yeah, I came here for university.
Sick.
So I did my bachelor's. I finished my bachelor's and I started working. And then I think halfway through is when I switched majors as well. So that I was there for a bit longer.
Okay.
So like when I switched is when he came in.
I came in 2016.
Yeah.
End of
Okay.
2016.
So you guys came in from
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Nigeria, right? So you guys left your parents and came, or they came along with you
I
guys?
would like to phrase it as they sent us away.
They sent you away.
They got rid of us.
Are they glad of that they did that? Like I'm sure they are, right? Like
50-50.
50-50.
Because I mean, currently the situation with Nigeria and Dubai is a bit rough.
yeah.
That's a conversation for another time.
Another
Yeah.
time, yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, I think they're happy with their investments. Let's
Yeah.
put it let's put it that way.
So I know in Indian parents, if you like tell them, "Oh, I want to make content," they'll be like, "Get the fuck
Oh,
out of the
that.
house."
Oh.
was it like that?
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
my
so we
God.
had something like this planned out where we're gonna be telling you our experiences as what our experiences were as Indians
Please,
growing up
yes.
in
Yes,
Dubai.
yes,
I want to know
yes.
And
like, if it's like similar.
and we want to know
Yes,
if you guys can
yes,
relate
yes,
to
please,
it.
yes,
Yes.
please,
I want to know
please.
if you guys can relate to it.
Please,
or
please,
it's
please,
just-
yes.
Go
Can we?
ahead,
So
yes.
that
you
was
guys-
my first thing. Now, when your parents, you told them, this is what I want to do the whole
Yeah.
full time content
Nah.
creation or something like that.
That
How
was-
did they feel like when
So
you...
it
How
was
does it
actually
feel?
50-50. It wasn't as bad as you would think it is.
Okay.
Our parents are pretty liberal when it comes to all kinds of things. When it came to content creation, I had started just as I was about to graduate, right? And I was doing it for fun. And then when I fully graduated, let's say like September, they were like, okay, so what are you gonna do now? And I was like, yeah, I'm looking for something. I'm looking. And as the months passed on, they were like, so when are you gonna actually get another job?
Where's the return on
And
investment?
I did that for 1.5 years with my
I,
parents.
I know that's the thing, right? In Dubai, we don't really get much for content
Yeah.
creation,
Yeah,
like
true.
in general, which
True.
a lot of people around the world don't understand.
Yeah.
But it just is the way it is, you know. So I understood where they were coming from, but at the same time, I was just having a blast. I was just
Exactly.
having a good time.
What he didn't know is that I'd already done this,
Okay.
so they were prepped.
Okay.
That's
So
the
the question should be to you
They
then,
were
because
right.
you're the first
Yeah.
one.
Because to be fair, like they had already seen us do this kind of thing. Because like we said, we have
Yeah,
a YouTube channel that's been alive since like 2015.
yeah. So at that point, it was like 6
So
years.
our
or so.
mom had already seen us like hooking the laptop to the PlayStation and try to figure out the recording and the editing. And she's like, these children. So when I graduated, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing content creation, because I'm like, I need a break. I just finished. Like, I can't go directly into my major. She's like,
Okay, what is
We
that?
gave you a degree so you go on money
Exactly.
and you're like out there
That's
creating
almost word
content.
for word
man.
what she
That's
said.
going on there.
and I'm like, listen, let me try it. Let me try it. She's like, okay. So I tried it. It didn't work out, which was fine because it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do anyway. In regards to the way I entered it was very corporate.
He wasn't as stubborn.
I
as
wasn't like
was.
in front of the camera. I was doing like content creation for Instagram. So I was the one writing
Oh.
the scripts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but behind the scenes then.
But behind the scenes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is fine, but at the same time, like, eh. And so for whatever reason, that company dissolved. There's still no clue. And so I was just like, okay, we've had our fun. We can go into the actual job.
Yeah.
And they were thrilled. So then when he came along and he's like, hey guys, so
About
I want to
turn.
do content creation too. They're like, oh my God.
It was crazy because even when it happened to me, I was actively looking for things. My major in my degree is in business and marketing. So in my head, I was like, I'm learning things anyway. You know, I'm learning how to approach people online. I'm learning how to push products. I'm learning how to do things. And then in February of the following year, that's how many months is that? About 6 months.
Enough.
September to February.
I
yeah.
can't count.
I got reached out to by a media company that they wanted to work with me. I think they had seen my stuff online. So to me, that was like I told you it would work.
So
Kind of
you
thing.
always kind of knew. It was
Yeah,
gonna happen,
exactly.
like-
Then unfortunately I had to leave that company after 6 months.
He was shouting it from the rooftops when he got hired too.
Yeah. And then
Like,
there was
"Mama,
another
make-"
there was another dry period, right? But at this point I had grown even more than the first time. So at that point I was a bit too overconfident. I was like, it's fine, I can work with brands, I can do this, I can do that. And it was working for about 3 months and then it started to slow down. And I realized, okay, I need to do something. I need to scramble. I need to put something together to prove that this is gonna work. Because in his case, he did it and he was fine. For me, I was way too passionate about it. Just Gen Z energy, I guess. I don't know. So I started contacting people. Can I work in your agency? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? Until I landed on a mutual friend of mine, Fahad. He has an agency. So I was like, let me work in your agency. I worked in his agency. My parents were like, it's not too different from where you were working before, but we'll allow you earning money. Fine.
As long as the cash
As
comes
long
in.
as the cash is
Exactly.
coming in,
Come on.
everybody's okay.
So a year and a half after working at K9, I decided I want to make my own business, right? And this is when the heat got ignited again because they were like, you're still young. Do you want to like put so much into this? Do you want to start your business now?
I think like even parents in India, they're like more comfortable if you do a job because
Yeah.
it's like
It's a
steady
safer option.
salary,
Yeah,
safer
yeah,
option
Right, like
Yeah.
than doing
you're getting
business.
paid monthly, like
So
Yeah.
they don't realize that those same businesses create jobs. So
Exactly.
it's not like that.
So is it the same case in your culture where like when a kid is born in like at least my area, right? It's already decided if it's going to be a doctor,
Or
an engineer,
I'm an
or
engineer,
a lawyer.
so-
First you do engineering, and
Computer,
then they were
computer
like, okay.
engineering.
I was
so-
supposed to be an engineer, but it didn't work out. So I just a business. Technically, I'm a businessman. you
So
know?
one step before that was when you got to take your streams in like school, right? You got to take either commerce or science.
That's
Yeah.
like an Indian school for sure.
And every Indian kid's parents' aspiration is that they get to science because then you can kind of decide if you want to do commerce as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
So otherwise, you kind of don't have the science aspect of it later. So it's all about like keeping your options open for these
Yeah, it
guys.
has
I think
to be
it's
like-
pretty much the same.
Is it pretty much the
It's
same?
pretty much
Like,
the same, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can have the worst personality as a kid, it's fine. But as long as you get like 90% and above, it's cool. You know,
To a
I
large
don't care.
extent,
Like,
Yeah.
You get 90% above, I don't care what you're doing
Because
outside.
Grades are so important to parents. It's ridiculous.
Growing up, grades were like really, really important. Like greater than your health. If you're sick, you go to school.
You
don't
go to
care,
school,
Yeah.
bro.
you know? And I think because of the times have changed, it has relaxed a bit more. Because I know when I left university, I'm going to expose myself now. My grades weren't the best. Like I just barely passed.
was
you
the
know?
same.
But if you look at what I'm doing versus what's on my degree, two different things.
I
That's
think that's
just
there
two
with
different
everyone.
things.
Like
Yeah.
I have a degree in something else. And
I
I'm
did
doing something
science. Look at my trajectory, right? I've done science in school from 10th grade to the 12th grade.
Gang.
And then I did hotel management for university. You see that? Like, what the fuck just happened?
I was not expecting that.
But
at all.
my parents wanted me to be a civil engineer, so it's like
Yeah.
nowhere around.
That's a
Yeah.
curveball.
It was civil engineer for us too. right?
Yeah, for a little
Like
bit.
that.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything civil engineer,
Yeah,
so I took
it just doesn't match, and it never will. Like,
yeah.
No, it's good because you have like a bunch of different experiences.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing to complain about there.
And then they would call you stupid. Like my parents would call me like stupid in front of like, oh, you're stupid for not getting science.
My
and all.
favorite thing is the what's the thing I say? The child that go 100%, does he have two
Two
heads?
brains.
Yeah, how do you want me to answer that question?
But yeah, definitely times have changed now. It's a bit different,
That's all.
and I'm happy that it's become different because we're the situation where now our parents use us to like brag to other parents.
Yeah, obviously. man.
Now it's become like that. Now my
And
mom's like,
then-
oh, my son's on YouTube.
Yeah,
exactly.
Follow him.
Do you see how many followers he has?
Yeah.
Like, no, mom, subscribers.
But
Do you see how many-
still, they're a bit in my case because he has a full-time job.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of helping him to manage his page.
Yes.
Sick.
So it's still kind of like she's comfortable with him, but she's like, I should get something a bit more stable.
Yeah.
Luckily, like between the last time and now, things are a lot better where I have been able to reach, like for example, we're here now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
You're
amazing.
constantly like
Yeah.
out there, right?
Like really awesome opportunities to meet people, to engage, so something is always happening. So
yeah, man. I
it's
went to
really
your guys' page and I was like, I need to speak to these
Yeah, I
guys.
need to, like,
come
we need
on.
to get you
I
on.
messaged you guys separately though, but this is even better, you know, like
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
coming together. Like,
Yeah, we should work on that. But
We should. We really should.
So even both of us shoot always together. So it's like
Exactly.
that.
So
It's-
Yeah.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We're fine.
I mean, I personally feel comfortable shooting with him. Like it's more. It's not like alone. I'm like, you know.
yeah,
like-
that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's where we're at now too.
Yeah, because he's a chatty. I'm
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
I'm,
Like, how
I'm a
did-
listener as well.
Like,
Yeah.
how difficult is it for like an influencer in like Dubai, like to sort of manage it full time? You know what I mean?
I think
like,
that's my question, right?
Yeah, that's all,
Is that
that's
your
all you,
question
baby.
too?
That's all
So
you.
honestly, I think it's quite difficult in my case, especially. I'm gonna get so real now
Please do.
because I don't look like everybody else here. Let's be honest. Like
Okay.
I don't look like everybody else here. I have a huge following, but because I don't look like everybody, I've been told before that I missed out on a job because the person that was selecting the influencers for the event didn't know who I was,
Okay.
and I'm like, what am I supposed to do about that?
Yeah, that's not in
It was
your
like,
hand.
yeah,
that's-
it was because her what was it? Her mutual friends didn't follow me or something.
Oh, so she.
That's weird.
And you know, and little things like that. I feel
That's
like
what I said.
I feel like it's
What the
down
fuck is
to
that?
exactly. Even
I don't
half,
get it.
half of the things that I get invited to, I look around to some of the rooms with all due respect, and I'm like, I don't know these people either. So what is the difference between them and me? Aside from maybe they speak Arabic. You see where I'm going?
Okay.
So it is quite difficult because we don't get paid for our content like anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we were getting paid for videos and views, although we're on YouTube, our YouTube is picking up now for the first time
You
in like 10
monetizing
years.
on that?
Yeah,
Yes.
finally we
Nice,
should be able to
fun.
do that.
Nice.
Nice.
But aside from that, we don't have anything else. aside from his main job,
Yeah.
for me, full time, I'm basically trying to connect with people as often as possible to get things that would not just benefit me, but benefit whoever I'm working, right?
Fair. That's you want a collaborative effort. there
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
So it's tough. It's
For you, must be even more
It's really
tougher,
tough.
man. Like you go for like a job and then you come back at 5.
He-
and then
I-
start creating content.
he has such a good life.
I'll be honest
I
with
wouldn't say
you.
it's easy.
I'll be
but-
honest with you. Like, this is one of those things where like nobody prepares you for something like this. It's exhausting.
It is,
It
right?
is.
Yeah,
It is
because the whole time
exhausting.
he's been watching from the outside in,
It's
and then I pulled him in, and now he's
exhausting.
like, "How do you manage this?"
It's
You
not,
must
no,
be-
it's not even that.
Like, you
It's-
must be having like one foot here and 1 foot here. You like constantly
yeah,
like juggling, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I literally had to get a work phone because
Yeah.
I can't have all that information on one place,
Fair.
and I can't make videos with the phone that I have now, which for my day job is fine. Like it's completely functional. But when we're going out and we need to take pictures, we need to do videos, I can't use the same phone.
At the end of the day, yeah,
Yeah.
it feels.
So
up.
that's just one aspect. But then there's also I do 10 to 6.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I even do 10 to 6:30 to 7. Sometimes I don't get back home until like 9, 10.
Damn.
And so whereas he is like at home and he's at home, but he goes out to meet people, comes
Connecting.
back,
Yeah.
connecting. I'm in the office. And I love my job. But
Do you?
I
Do you
like how you
really
said
though?
that
Do
before
you
you
really
said
though?
that.
I have to- I
I've
have
heard
to-
many people say
no, I
that.
have to- I
Like,
have- no,
Before you shit on it, you're
No,
gonna say,
like-
I love it.
no, like complete,
Yeah.
complete transparency. I actually do love my job.
Okay.
But
What
at
is
the
your
same
day job
time,
before you?
Huh?
What is your day job like? What do you?
I'm a digital specialist in a healthcare
Okay.
company.
sick.
So I'm designing applications. I'm doing training sessions, stuff like that.
Wow.
Computer engineer.
Which, again, is great.
Your parents will be proud of that job for sure.
They are, and they won't let me. They won't let me hear the end of it. They're like, "You should have been doing this sooner."
They're like, "Yeah, this is such a great job. I've been there for so many years." Wow.
But then you realize that, especially because of the type of person I am, I need to get home and just like switch off. Because at the office, I'm speaking to people almost constantly. So I get home, and he's like, "Oh, we need to do Twitch. We need to do this. We need to do this." I'm like, I don't have the energy.
It's
I-
we're
I-
getting there because
How are you extracting more from him then?
Yeah,
Like,
like
So-
what are you doing?
well, first of all, we've known each other for like 25 years.
Yeah, you think so?
But I've learned to. It's a balancing act, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, because as much as I want to push him to do it because I know it would work for him, I also know that where he's coming from, it's difficult to reach him at certain times.
Fair, yeah.
So I try to work around his schedule as much, which is why I said, like, to an extent, I'm running his page,
Yeah.
right? Most of the time, on my phone, on my work phone,
He has.
I have his accounts
my
as
accounts,
well.
his account.
I have his accounts. I have my accounts.
My TikTok, his TikTok, our
So-
joint page, our YouTube. He has.
So if you
just
go
about
like,
everything.
if you try to switch your account from here, it's gonna be like this big.
Literally,
It's gonna be, like, full
if
page.
he's unavailable,
Yeah.
and I have to post everything, it can take me up to 45 minutes to post it.
But do you
Because-
think like if like your content creation picks up and now you reach a certain level, do you think you're gonna quit your job?
What will it take
Yeah, well,
for you
how
to
much
quit
will
your
it-
job when it comes to content
Because
creation?
I will be thinking the same
That's a
because
good
we have day
question.
jobs as well. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, how much should I earn from this content creation in order for
Like,
me
what's
to like
good
just
enough?
quit my day job?
Honestly, actually, I answered the
That-
question
That's for you because
I've not seen you think that much in your if videos.
because I want to
man, like-
use Sandeep as a
example.
Yeah, I'd love to know something about that.
The thing is, I would love to give you an answer. I'd love to. Okay, well, let's be a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
If we hit like 200K
Okay.
on
subscribers on YouTube,
Subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we
earning how
have.
much? What
it's-
about Twitch?
Relax. Let me
Go
answer.
ahead.
Let me
Go
answer
ahead.
the
Go
question.
ahead.
Let's say we have like
Twitch
200
is important,
200,000
man.
subscribers on YouTube, and we're at a point where we are able to put out videos consistently, monetizable videos as well. Then by all means, I can do it because this is, like I said, this is something we've been doing since we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also very conscious of the fact that while content creation is great,
Oh, it can go as
it can
quickly
go like
as you get it. Let's be honest.
Do you think
Yeah.
like Dubai is a young market right now in content creation and like maybe in like a few years it'll pick up? And
I think so, especially with the Creators HQ.
yeah,
that
that's
looks
huge.
really
That's
nice.
huge.
My worry rather, is I don't want a situation where we just have people making videos and saying that they're content creators.
Yeah.
Because I
Without
feel
a
like
thought put into it behind. Like,
that's a hot take. I
That's
think.
that's
Yeah.
a conversation
But
we've had about
exactly.
the past
We've-
few weeks.
In fact, it's interesting because I feel like social media, like TikTok and Instagram, and everybody has a camera, everybody has a microphone, everybody has come with me while I do this, or come
Get
and,
ready with me.
vlogs
So,
and all
yeah.
this stuff. Meanwhile, like let's say like 10, 20 years ago, even it was
Pretty much reserved for celebrities.
Yeah.
it was
yeah,
like
I mean,
for
if you had a
people-
camera on you, you're something.
Yeah,
yeah,
now
exactly.
it's a camera on you,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
yeah.
everything.
Very
like,
important.
So that's my worry is I hope it doesn't become too saturated to the point where, because I've noticed that even in the content creator space, like if you have a company that is hiring a content creator, their salary is so low. Because I worked in these agencies,
Yeah.
right? So I know the salary is so low. And the reason why the salary is so low is because they believe that anybody can just
Just
you're
come
just
in
holding a
front
Just
of
camera.
camera
come in front of
and,
the
like,
camera.
When
that's
in
the
reality-
corporate side of content
Vibes.
creation.
Yeah.
Like,
When in reality, me having worked in these places while also running my page, by the way, I was doing my day job while running my pages. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It comes to the point where they kind of try to make it like a factory where you're just churning out content,
Yeah.
And you're spitting out, like, trends.
That's one thing I'm
which
I'm not a
kills
fan
your
of.
motivation,
Yeah.
and which is why I want to open my own
yeah.
business where I know I can monitor this, I can watch this, I can be like, hey, let's not do this. I hope it doesn't follow the same route because I've worked in enough places where I see like it always kind of ends up that way. But I'm
Yeah, but you have to
hoping.
be careful about it though.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing, yeah.
I think if you pay enough attention, because
Yeah, that's very important. Not just pay enough attention, but you
Yeah.
also have to be like you guys have this entire set here,
Yeah.
and this is very much your
this
thing.
is like that.
Yeah.
That was where I was going.
So like if you have a team
this
of
is
people
different.
behind you,
yeah,
Yeah.
this is still going to be your thing regardless. And the way it's shot, the way it's cut, the way it's edited, the way it's put out, even you
It's all
oversee
you.
that. It's all
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, it's A to Z, like all of
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think when we get into like a more corporate scenario, a bit of that personality is
Goes
kind
away.
of it goes away because you can't have
You gotta adjust yourself.
Exactly.
yeah.
There's
Because
some things that you
let's
can
say
say, you
like
can't say.
let's say Gabriel wants to do this on the edit, and then the higher up is like, we don't do that on
We
edits.
don't do that here.
You've already
Yeah.
lost an
To,
element.
you've lost the
of,
freedom, like
Exactly.
of creation. Like,
so yeah, in
That's
Dubai in
actually
general.
a very
like,
good example because
Yeah.
I'm working with a brand now, and one of the reads was,
Ah, yeah, those guys.
you have to look in the camera at all times.
okay.
And I'm like,
Oh
That's
shit,
such
I
a-
haven't even done that
That's,
once. Like,
I mean, that's like so
You see?
self-conscious.
Creepy
I
also,
wasn't
like-
looking at the camera either.
Yeah.
exactly. and that's why
The
if you notice,
camera.
like, this entire time I've been bouncing between you 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying, but like in a normal scenario, I'm not going to be.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Hi guys, welcome. Today we're here with Deji and the whole Checkpoinnt crew. I hope you guys enjoy. No, it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
like we can't do.
No,
that.
it's just not real. Like,
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
if you look into a camera, I can not talk to it. I can talk to a person. Like where I
Yeah.
have something coming back from it. as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
It's different if it's like a talking head video, but that's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I've expressed this to them. I'm like,
that's
do I have to look in the camera? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you have to look in the camera because it makes a connection with the
That was
audience.
another thing. Is
I'm like,
Like yes, okay.
I realized like
okay.
Does that work?
yeah, like at the end of the day, like
Shit, I'm making no
that's-
connection.
I feel like it's a learned. It's very much a learned behavior.
Yeah.
Because when you say podcast, and that's why a lot of people joke that like microphones need to be worth like $1 million now because everybody wants to hold a
Yeah,
podcast, right? But I feel like you need to actually actively do these things and try and fail and like work and grow and like you need to see, oh shit, I posted this and I got 200 views. I posted this and I got 200,000 views before you can actively call yourself a creator.
But you
rather
also,
than,
Do you
but you also,
think-
while you're doing that, you can't be too caught up in the numbers.
but you can't be
as
too
well.
caught up in the numbers. It's definite. Yeah.
the thing is, I think a lot of people just want to go viral on their first video.
That's it. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's
That's what
just-
I worry about.
That's the reason they pick up the camera. They're like, oh, if I shoot this for sure,
Yeah.
I'm going viral. And when they don't, then they're just like, oh,
You lose your
Yeah.
like you guys just get demotivated, right?
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Should we open your eyes? That's the thing, right? So we've had certain situations where we've made some really cool videos, right, with certain people, and they took the video down.
Why? They took the video.
They
down.
took the video down,
Why?
or they removed themselves from the video.
Oh.
Why is that?
sucks.
Oh, we're-
Because-
I didn't know that's what we're doing. Okay, fair.
Because for them it didn't reach a certain like view cap,
No way, man.
and for
Come
us
on.
we're like, but why is that the situation? Like, why can't we just create content and like push it out there?
just own
Yeah.
up to your work. That's their work as well.
And I
right?
keep saying this, right? Like, if if
Because you're also taking the time out.
I'm
right,
waiting
and
for it,
shot
man,
that
come on.
content, sat there,
Exactly.
spoke, and now some-
Checkpoint.
if five
Checkpoint,
people,
my friend. I need a fucking checkpoint right here.
What happened?
He said if, and I need to hear what the fuck is next.
Okay. If
If
I
what?
was saying,
I couldn't move past it.
It's
Sorry,
a normal
guys.
sentence.
When he says if, you shut the fuck up.
oh shit. All right,
Straight up.
cool, done.
I was saying, no, but I was saying like, if for me, if currently a video gets 1,000 views, when my average views on my page now is like between 50 to 100K, I'm okay with that video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will never take it down. In the past, and again, this is what I'm saying about growing, about failing. In the past, you can ask him, I'll be livid.
Yep.
Oh, I spent so much time on this
Yep.
video. Why is it okay? I'll take it down. I'll post it tomorrow.
Yep.
Literally, this is what I was doing.
Timings and everything. Yeah, that's
And
mad.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh no, maybe I posted it like 2 minutes too late. Meanwhile, now we're in a situation where we're like, oh, it's been 2 hours.
Oh,
like
I mean,
today.
you've grown
I guess we're
into
late.
that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like,
true shit. Like today.
Even
yeah.
today, even on the way here,
Hey,
we
no
were
video,
like,
I guess.
oh, we didn't edit today. We didn't edit a video today. Okay, we'll start next week.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it, right? Like when you have your own page, like you
Yeah.
have that level of comfort. That,
And the thing is, think
It's
about
on
it,
you.
guys. Nobody's paying us anyway.
yeah, like, you're just doing it out of passion, right? Like so fucking
Yeah.
Love of the game.
And that's what I keep trying to. So now we're streaming on Twitch, right? And we also stream on TikTok at the same time because on TikTok is where I have my eyes fallen.
Nice.
So I try to push people from TikTok to my Twitch because Twitch, if you just watch, you're getting
You're
paid,
getting paid, yeah.
as a creator, right?
And then donations and
And then-
Yeah, if
exactly.
people want to, blah blah blah. So I try to tell people, I'm like, okay, if you love my content and you want to support me, watch from Twitch. You can watch on TikTok if whatever, but watch from Twitch. Why? Because TikTok does not pay me, right? And in my head, I'm trying to like make it sound like as like nice as possible because I don't want people to think, okay, you're just doing this for the money. And I always point it out. I'm like, guys, if I was doing this for the money, there wouldn't be any videos.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get paid.
That's so true.
I'm doing it for fun.
Ain't nobody getting paid over
Exactly.
here, man. Like all
I'm
these guys.
literally,
No.
I'm literally doing it for fun. So like if I miss one day, if I miss 2 days, in fact, I've had this thing. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been creating. This will be the 4th year that I've been creating content
Wow.
fairly
Wow.
consistently. Each year, there has been a time where I've taken 30 days off.
You
For
deserve
one
it.
reason or other, either I'm frustrated or I'm tired or I just take 30 days off.
But
Yeah.
have you
Very locked.
shot enough for those 30
Yeah.
days to post, or you just go out?
I'm
like, AWOL?
completely offline. Like nothing. No like filler, no like stories, no anything. I just go dead silent, radio silent.
Sick.
I like that. You need a break.
You need a break.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day. And again, who's paying me? You know? so
That's the
You gotta
main point.
generate your
Not
own
fucking
shit.
in for nothing.
exactly. So like it's really a passion thing and it's really a like create your own kind of like in your head, just be comfortable with it, honestly. Like that's what I want
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
I think,
Checkpoint.
Like, you can take that like 30 days break now, but let's say in the starting, would you take those 30 days break and all, or would you just keep going because you know?
The anxiety
So
would
actually-
kill him.
No, but I did, you remember?
Yeah, you did.
I did, but that
you
was out of
You were
frustration.
not happy about it at all.
It was out of frustration. It was out of frustration.
He was not happy about it at all.
But that's the journey, right? Like
And
Yeah.
those at home, you guys are like, what?
Like no, like because like I don't want it to also sound like, oh yeah, I can just take a break. You know, I have 500,000 followers, I can just take a break. No, it's just
that's
like
a personal choice.
it's just like I'm just like yeah, I can't deal with it because keep in mind at those times I was also working in places, I had personal issues in life, you know, all kinds of things happen, and I don't want to compound that with having to like deal with whatever like kind of thing. Like okay, this video didn't do as well because at those times I was worried about views.
Yeah, it was,
You know?
it was
Again,
pretty-
it's
pretty-
a
yeah.
You kind of get obsessed about the views after a certain point, like maybe like a little bit of your journey into content creation. You
then
start
every-
looking at the views and start
Yeah.
getting
Every
obsessed
2
over
minutes
it,
you're checking
and
your
then after
Instagram
that, you
or
reach
your
that.
TikTok to see
No,
how
that's
many.
because that's
Not
the
required.
metric.
it's a ladder.
That's the metric that
That
they
everybody
you're
uses.
supposed to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't. They're just like, oh, if you, and now it's worse because Instagram has the trial reels thing.
Yeah.
So you can post
yeah,
to
that's-
a quote unquote
I'm not a fan
completely
of that.
different audience.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan
And
of that.
in theory, that's great, but the reality of it is, the people outside of your circle, outside of your following, probably don't care.
Yeah.
99% of the videos that you put out anyway are going to be seen by non-followers.
Exactly.
That's how the
Yeah.
algorithm works. So I think it's weird. Like we commoditize, or what's the word?
That just sounds weird, right? Like you're making it for your followers,
Followers,
but
but
it's
your
being viewed by
non-followers.
like
Yeah.
non-followers. Like how the
That's-
fuck does that work? Like
How it works, right?
It's weird. It's
Because
really
we had this even early in the journey. We had this conversation as well. Like when I had like 100,000 on TikTok, why am I not getting 100,000 views on all my videos? Like if I have
I wanna know,
100,000,
like one thing. Do you think on TikTok it's easier to get views than on Instagram, or is it like
50-50. I would say it's easier
I'll
to
say
get
it's
followers.
easier. I'll say it's easier to get views.
okay, I have a
Yeah.
I have a top 3 question
Yeah.
for the both of you. What are the top 3 social media outlets where you can sort of become a creator fairly easier than the others?
YouTube.
First is YouTube.
YouTube is the easiest.
First is YouTube.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think YouTube
I
is
would
the
disagree
hardest.
with
Let's go
Yeah.
through his list first. We'll come.
Yeah,
It
go-
looks like
go
everyone
with
has
it.
different
Definitely
answers.
YouTube.
Your top 3
The
in
first
order.
is YouTube.
In order. Okay.
Yeah.
So YouTube definitely.
Easiest.
I kind of want to say Facebook as well.
Facebook.
I kind of
Okay,
want to say
fair.
Facebook as well.
So is it Facebook?
People still use that?
Second place.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
And then there's like a tie between Instagram and TikTok.
You got to choose one, man.
I gotta choose one.
Yeah,
I default more to Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And so third will be TikTok then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
Now, explain your list because I'm also curious.
I mean, okay. So the entire point of YouTube is to become a creator anyway. You're broadcasting
True.
yourself.
Yeah,
doing
because
your thing.
if you think about it, Instagram was more for like pictures and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
So I guess you can put it that way.
Yeah. And then Facebook is a bit
Facebook.
of the same.
Facebook is Facebook.
But
I don't
because
understand Facebook. You know,
Facebook
like
has
yeah,
a big,
like-
okay, it's like it's right. So because Facebook has a much higher user base, we're talking like older folk especially.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot more. They don't care about it being vertical 9:16. They don't care about like sound effects and they don't give a fuck.
But also, there's a high chance of spreading misinformation.
That's also
ridiculous.
true.
high chance of, sorry.
Spreading misinformation.
But you have less
Yeah.
to worry. I think in general you have less to worry about on Facebook. because-
Guys, I have 6 accounts on Facebook.
What are you doing with 6 accounts,
I don't
man?
own any of them. They're
Dude, I
just
saw a video of him
posting my-
saying that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
and then Instagram and TikTok. is
That
just
bugged
because,
me,
like,
by the way. I think we should get to that later. But that was really like that. I was really upset. That's why he
Yeah.
made that video.
We'll get to that after
Yeah.
this list.
I think YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah.
3. Sick. What's your list?
For me, number 1, I would say TikTok.
Because it worked out for you first at TikTok. Right?
Because when let me put it into perspective for you. I'm somebody who I never like made, aside from the YouTube stuff, I never made short form content before in my life, right? Within 3 months, I had 10,000 followers on TikTok.
Sick.
Within 6 months, I had 100,000. Within 1 year, 1.5 years, I had over 500,000. By the beginning of 2024, that was 3 years, I had 1 million.
Wow.
Between September 2024 and December 2024, I gained another 1 million followers
Whoa.
on TikTok. So I went from
How does that work?
1.2 million followers on TikTok in September to 2.2 million followers. I've never seen anything like that anywhere else except like Mr. Beast and all
That's,
these.
like, yeah.
So I would say that. Then number 2,
That's
would-
it. It's just TikTok, guys.
number 2, I would probably say
TikTok.
I would probably say Instagram, because Instagram is a very different landscape now than a couple years ago. I
Do you
would
think
say.
it gives out the most exposure to you? Like, as
Currently, we do
for
get more
business.
views.
For
Okay.
For
business,
business
actually.
Yeah.
purposes,
Yeah.
you think it's
Like, people are viewing
sorry,
you
yeah,
more
Instagram.
on Instagram.
So that's the thing. When a lot of times when people reach out to us currently, they look more for Instagram than TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For one reason or the other, maybe they think, and I've noticed a lot of businesses believe that Instagram is bougie and niche. And
like, it's a higher quality of
Yeah.
crowd. You can probably put out a, you
Which
can get a
to
brand
us-
deal and put it up on Instagram.
to us, it's
right?
ridiculous because we post the same content everywhere. So we're
I
like,
wanted to ask
No,
you
but
that
like
as well.
there's a presentation about it though.
and then
It's
I
the way
think
it's presented. Like Instagram is presented very put together,
Mm.
whereas TikTok is very much like helter
Just
skelter.
to do whatever.
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
And then
That's
I
what
think
I'm
my
saying.
third will be Facebook because
You have
Facebook,
no YouTube on your list.
YouTube.
No,
No?
I don't
Are
actually.
you sure about that?
Because the thing is, we've been making, again, it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent.
It's inconsistent because we've been inconsistent.
But we've been making content on YouTube for about,
10 years now,
10
man.
years?
2015, like,
and we have 5,000 subscribers.
okay.
And of course, all of the other stats I just gave you, like it doesn't
Yeah.
compare. I have my own personal page on YouTube as well and I made it last year, 2023 April, and now it's on 11,000 subscribers. But again, this is me just posting content I had elsewhere.
Okay.
Now, I think that's the litmus test, or that's the the control.
Yeah, but
Because if you look at it, I started posting on Facebook very recently, using the same content, not even posting old content, but I was like, okay, I guess I'll just start posting on Facebook now. Changed the name, I did verification, and I was like, okay, I'll start posting today. I didn't post any old content. I was like, okay, what am I posting on TikTok today? Post that over on Facebook. That was when? November?
Yeah.
He had been doing it and he saw success. So I was like, okay, I'll follow your route, your role. And today I have 90,000 followers from posting content that I just posted also.
I wanted to actually ask you this, like, do you think the algorithm on YouTube is like completely different? Like, I feel like each app has its own, like, you need to post different, content on different apps. But the way that you're saying it is
so
like, it doesn't matter.
overall, and that's kind of why I picked YouTube first, is because yes, YouTube is like a bit harder to get into, but we have to remember that YouTube has normal YouTube videos, and then we also have shorts.
Yeah, shorts, yeah.
The shorts are essentially TikTok. They're essentially Instagram.
Yeah, to be
It's the
fair,
same
I know
stuff.
some people that have like millions of subscribers on YouTube
Just
from
from shorts.
posting shorts. And shorts is like 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
So
So like if you're
Crazy.
for me anyway, YouTube has a lot more diversity in that aspect.
Like
But the algorithms are, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like the algorithms are designed, all three of them are designed to do the same thing, which is if someone clicks on a video, keep them there as long as possible. That's it.
Yeah, true.
That's really it. Some of them do it better than others. I think YouTube does.
That's why they try to
best.
keep you in certain niches, because they're like, oh, you seem to like this, right? Okay.
Very true.
So for me, it's like, as a consumer, right? Like, if I want some information, I'm going on YouTube. If I want to
That's
just...
true.
So it's something like that. Like, I have like different segregation categories for each app.
Yeah.
So YouTube is information or like gaming or something like that. And then there's Instagram for like, I don't even know what, just to post.
TikTok is if I want to watch something really random.
Yeah, TikTok is like,
scroll on TikTok.
you just want to blow
It's
your
like a
mind with
slot
anything or something.
Slot machine is the
Yeah,
best.
it's like I'm watching one random video and then I'm watching someone put 50 drums in the middle of like some street and
I've
then,
seen
like
those.
You folded it.
I love those.
And then you start like,
I'm like, I know where that is.
exactly, you're like, oh, if I go there today, will it
How
still
long
be
will it
there?
take me to get there?
Exactly.
So, like, oh shit, I know this place. I know this. That's TikTok for me. And then Instagram is more of like, so I'm in real estate, so I just get a lot of real estate videos because I click on all the real estate ads to find out what projects they are. So I'm like stuck on that. That and business gurus telling me like how to do business.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I'm stuck at.
But one thing I find interesting is Instagram is very aggressive. Instagram is very aggressive.
Oh, yeah. If you
In
like
that
one thing,
Yeah.
that's
your
all
whole-
you're seeing.
It's gonna
Yeah.
like just grab you, man. Like,
Everything.
just
Take. Oh, you like that cat? This is a cat. This is a cat. This is, you're like, okay, Jesus Christ.
and I think that's what works in our favor, because even I've done this thing before where like we have like a video that's going very viral, and I open a brand new account or I check somebody else's account and we're in the Explorer. If you tap that, you leave, you come back, we're all over the Explorer of that person.
We're all over my Explorer.
Yeah. Well, people reposting our videos, which is another.
I saw
my
one
gosh.
where you guys were like also talking about like, I mean, what do you guys think about like people like trying to steal your content and then just like I saw that you guys had posted something related to that.
I think as a whole, we're fine.
But
with
just
you-
tag you guys.
Yeah, just tag us.
Yeah, I don't mind.
But
But and the issue is with me, because I'm the bigger of the two of us currently. People are not just stealing the videos, but it's come to a situation where they're stealing my identity.
Yeah, I
my
didn't get
God.
that part. Man. Why would someone do that?
Yeah.
Like, that's where I was just a bit
So
lost. Like,
that was what I was talking about on Facebook. Was what was it? How did we even find out? You searched something.
I just randomly.
Oh yeah, he
Deji
had,
was taken.
yeah, he
That
had
was the
been
one,
posting on Facebook, and I think it was the same time where I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna start posting, and then he saw a video. I was like, oh, what about
Oh,
this one?
I thought he posted already.
And I was
thought
like,
he made an account and he had posted. I'm like, oh, I
And I
saw
was
your
like,
video.
no.
When did you post this? He's like, I didn't post it. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't have an account. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have an account?
And then
And then I'm
we
like-
searched it, and then there were like
going on
7,
there?
8 other. Even
7, 8 others.
Because they can
man.
monetize from that as well.
That's it,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
monetize or like message people, like send you.
But is that a
$500,
good thing? Like,
$1,000.
you have more of your content going
So it's
out on different-
50-50,
I don't know how
right?
that works. Like,
It's
honestly.
50-50.
What's your view
And
on
we've heard this from other creators too. Other creators have told me that's a good thing because obviously you're getting free promotion.
Your face is there on
Yeah.
a lot more pages.
But my worry, my personal worry is, and this has happened
Cash.
before.
Not even the cash. It's not even about.
It's
the
not
cash.
even the cash. And this has happened before where I searched on Twitter. for my username. And I found somebody that had been using my username with my picture, my bio, everything. And
Which
they were
is so-
saying
that's crazy.
horrendous things.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Things that like I would never say. Not even like I agree with it and I just want to say it in person. Things that like I don't condone at all.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where the horror comes from.
That's
Because
like name shaming, man. To like another.
Because if you
level.
think about it,
Yeah.
a lot of people are too lazy to background check or to like confirm if
Nobody
this
even,
is.
yeah. It's not
who-
even laziness.
how
it's
many
something-
videos can you even confirm when you're just doom
Exactly.
scrolling? Like, think
So
about
that is my issue. Like I don't care about people reposting. Like in fact, we started putting watermarks
Okay.
just so that people who you can see the
Yeah.
face, but you can't know who it is, right?
Yeah.
You can have people asking like, who is this? They won't answer. So we're like, okay, we start putting watermarks. It's fine at that point. But when it's a whole page pretending to be me, same bio, same everything, you can take the money. I don't care. But I start to worry.
That you're saying it's really.
Or they start
Shit.
promoting
Yeah.
some horrible thing. What can I do at that point? You know?
And start promoting some cryptos and all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then it just takes one like horrible nonsense, one person to be like, "Oh, did you hear Deji's doing this? I'm done. I'm cooked."
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So yeah, like that's it. I really don't care about. Like I said, if I cared about the money, I wouldn't be making content anyway.
Yeah, fair.
But it's just the worry that somebody will just say something really awful one day.
So like, give me one short story on like what made you guys start the if thing.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
That's
yeah.
your hook, right?
That's
Straight up. If.
So it's funny, right? So I was explaining earlier, like I get very bored, right?
Yeah.
So I had 2 other things that went very viral, and in those times I felt it was my first time having anything super viral, right? Like 1 million views plus, and I felt very weird about this. I felt like I was stepping into a world where I don't know if you guys know this thing, The Simpsons, do the thing,
Yeah.
do the thing.
Yeah.
So I felt so it felt really weird. So every time that would happen to me, I would stop.
Fair.
But this one, it's like I just had an epiphany. I just had like I knew this was gonna go viral. Don't ask me how.
Yeah.
But I was like, you remember I made 3. I didn't make 1. I
They
made
made
3.
3. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna post this one. I'm gonna post this one. I'm gonna post this one. And then if it goes, I laid out the whole structure for you. I told you. I was like, and if that goes viral, we're gonna make more. So, you know,
Did.
and it
It
did. Funny enough, there's so many times now that we make something, and I look at him and I'm like, we're gonna go viral. If
So
we
you know it
release-
already, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes we just
That's
know.
just like a knowing, man.
This video, yeah. it's viral.
So, like you said, it got to the point where somebody was supposed to be with us, and they weren't there, and so he filled in. I don't remember if it went off immediately or if it was after a few. Do you remember?
It was after a few.
It was after
Because
a few
the
of
first
them.
few ones, I was doing like what I was asked to do, which is just sit there and be
Yeah,
upset.
yeah. He wasn't even giving much input. He was just
Yeah.
like,
I mean, even he was growing into it, right?
yeah. I was
Like,
just like, just be disappointed.
No, that's what exactly. That's what I was told to just be disappointed.
And then over time, his disappointments like became actual disappointment.
But that's the beauty. Like, it's like so real. Like when you actually
Yeah,
say it.
and I think that's just from there we just kind of evolved, and then I realized if we're gonna be doing this, bro, I'm not gonna just have you making content like as my sidekick. I need you to do something also.
Like,
And he was like, okay, well,
have
what
your
if
own
I do it to
personal-
you? And I was like, okay, I mean, yeah, you can do it to me. And then I think him being in my videos, people just started sending him stuff.
oh,
Even though it was me that was doing it, I was like, why are they sending you? Why are they sending him to me? He's like, I'm like, fine.
They put in the comments. I'm like, I'm stealing this.
Yeah. They put in the comments, and I've gotten really lazy with my interactions. I'll be very honest, and I apologize to
Yeah, so that's
everybody.
the trade-off. So he does all the posting and stuff. I do community management.
So I just post and I just go away, and he goes in and he reads the comments and he's interacting with people, and so he gets a lot of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, we can just have this back and forth. We used to do skits,
Yeah.
We
I've seen a few
still,
of your skits as well, man.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
we still want to do skits. We still plan to do skits, but right now this is we're having fun with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the most amount. Right?
We're having fun, and if we weren't having fun, we wouldn't be doing it. Let's be
Yes.
honest.
Fair. Like if it's not making you money, then it should at least be fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
At least.
At least, you
There
know.
has to be some
That's-
benefit
Yeah.
somewhere, please.
So that's why the other thing we're talking about with the views, like we don't really care.
It's just a part of the game now. Like,
Yeah.
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 But the other thing is, we've also noticed that when we do anything else, it doesn't get as many
Yeah.
views. But we'll fix it at some point, I guess.
All right, guys. That's all we have time for.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure speaking to you guys. Honestly,
Thank
I
you
wish
guys
I had
so
a
much for
lot
having
more time
us.
with you.
We only checkpoint
Checkpoint.
checkpointed like twice.
2 or 3 times.
It just
Here's the thing, yeah.
Yo.
So next, I think in 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have our own studio.
Okay.
And I want you guys to come again because I want to like have a proper like
Yeah,
we have
that would
more
be
time,
awesome.
you
That
know,
would be
like I want to do
fantastic.
more content with you guys as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like
We'll be on time this time, I promise.
Please, yes.
I mean, you know,
So sick.
so if we get our own studio, I mean, it really does not matter. Come on, because you know we'll have our own this thing. We can
Yeah.
sit there for like some time. We'll have some coffee. We can like do a lot of
Yeah.
shit over there, man. Which is
Amazing.
in Silicon Oasis, by the way. So figure that out. How you guys-
Oh no.
I like that.
We'll come pick you up, man. It's true.
The forbidden lands. No, but that shouldn't be
Alright,
too bad.
guys.
I mean, we're right there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I will figure
Yeah.
something
Like,
out.
hop in the sky.
But it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for
Thank
inviting
you
us.
guys.
Thank you guys so
thank
much.
you
This
for
was so
coming.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even know how to.
Yeah, we're gonna move past this work, like this content creation topic next time. So we're gonna go.
That's fine.
further.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
There's a
I'll
lot
be-
of things I would like to know more. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not just this thing. That's why I said next time for sure it'll be like that.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
We've got
That's
like a
been
good
our
hour.
time. That's Deji, Dayo, Ronak, Raghav. Peace.
Peace.